Hi friends, welcome to the lecture of Advanced Discrete Mathematics. Now today we are going to prove one theorem. Let us see first what is a bridge, then we have to prove one theorem. Bridge. In first chapter we have seen what is a bridge. An edge E of a graph G is said to be a bridge. If we remove an edge E from a graph G, then the graph becomes a disconnected graph. Then we say that the graph is a that particular edge is a bridge. Here we have to see one another definition of a bridge. That is an edge, an edge E of a graph G is said to be bridge, is said to be bridge if the subgraph G minus E has more connected component than the G has. Okay, so an edge E of a graph G is said to be a bridge if the subgraph G minus E, which is obtained by deleting an edge E from a graph G, has more connected component than the graph G has. It is actually equivalent to our first definition, since in first definition we proved that we define that an edge E of a graph G is said to be bridge if we remove an edge E from a graph G, then graph becomes a disconnected graph. And here this definition states that if we remove an edge E from a graph G, then we get a G minus E as a edge division subgraph, and G minus E has more connected component than the graph G has, which means the graph G minus E is a disconnected graph. So now the theorem is let G be a graph with an edge E, and let minus E the subgraph of graph G, which is obtained by deleting an edge from graph G. Then to do that, we have to prove that components of G are less equal by component of G minus E, and it's less equal by component of G plus E. If G be a graph with an edge E and G minus E is a subgraph of a graph G, which is obtained by deleting an edge E from a graph G, then we have to prove that number of components of G are less equal by number of components in G minus E, and which is less equal by number of components in G plus 1. Now, given that G be a graph with E. Let U and V be the let vertex U and V be the end vertices of edge E. Okay. Now, depending on the nature of graph G, there are two cases for this proof. Either graph G is connected graph or it is a disconnected graph. In first case, suppose that case 1, suppose G is a connected graph. G is connected graph. As G is a connected graph, then itself it is a connected component, which implies G itself is a connected component. Component. So components of G will be equal to 1 since G is a connected graph. Now, again, if graph G is connected, then there are again two sub cases. Since either from vertex U to V, either there is only one edge E, or if there is a cycle in a graph G, then there are two paths from vertex U to V. So in sub case 1, suppose there are two paths from, suppose there are two paths from U to V. Vertex U to vertex V. As G is a connected graph, then maybe there is a cycle in graph G. As there is a cycle in graph G, then there are two paths from U to V. One is the single edge E, and other is the path P, is the path P, which does not involve an edge E. Does not involve E. So, if we remove an edge E from a graph G, when we remove E from graph G, we get G minus edge E as a edge deletion subgraph. But as there are two paths from vertex U to V, then after deletion of edge E from a graph G, vertices U and V are still connected by a path P, since there are two paths from vertex U to V. But U and V are still connected by a path P G minus E. That is, if we take any two vertices X and Y in a graph G minus E, then they are still connected by a path P in G minus E, which implies for any two vertices X and Y are still connected by a path minus E. And by definition of connected graph, a graph is said to be a connected graph if any two vertices of a graph G are connected by a path. So here any two vertices X and Y are still connected by a path in G minus E, which implies G minus E is a connected graph. As G minus E is a connected graph, then the number of connected components in G minus E will be equal to 1, which implies components of G minus E equal to 1. Component of, as G is a connected graph, number of components in G will be equal to 1, and as G minus E is also a connected graph, which is equal to component of G minus E, and component of G equal to 1, which is equal to component of G minus E. which implies component of G minus E is less than component of G plus 1. So this one is our first case, that is subcase 1. Now in subcase 2, suppose there is only one part from, suppose there is only one part from vertex U to vertex V, and which is an edge E, which is a single edge E. So when we remove an edge E from a graph G, as there is only one path from U to V, which is a single edge, when we remove edge E, then graph becomes a disconnected graph. When we remove edge E, then G minus E becomes a disconnected graph. That is, the graph G minus E has more than one connected component. Let G1 and G2 be two connected components of G minus E. Okay, now let as when we remove an edge E from a graph G, then G minus E becomes a disconnected graph. Then vertex U is belonging to one component and vertex V is belonging to another component. Let vertex U belonging to G1 and all the other vertices which are connected to that is, graph G1 contains vertex U and all the other vertices which are connected to vertex U, and G2 contains vertex V and all the other vertices which are connected to V, by a path together with all the edges incident on that vertices. All the edges now, as G minus E is a disconnected graph and it has two connected components G1 and G2, then components of G minus E will be equal to 2. And as G is a connected graph, components of G will be equal to 1. So component of G is less than component of G minus E, and which is equal to component of G plus 1. This one is the second. So combining 1 and 2, we get combining equations 1 and 2, we get components of G are less equal by components of G minus E, and which is less equal by component of G plus 1. Thus, the result holds for the connected graph, which implies the result is true for connected graph. for connected graph. That is case 1 is here. Now we have to prove that the result also holds for a disconnected graph, that is a not a connected graph. So case 2 is let G be a disconnected graph. Let G be a disconnected graph. Okay. A graph is said to be a disconnected graph if it can be expressed as a union of two or more than two connected components. As G is a disconnected graph, then G can be expressed as two or more connected. Sorry, G is expressed as union of two or more connected components. Okay. Let G1, G2 up to so on G and B n connected components of a graph G. Let G1, G2 up to so on Gn Bn connected components of a graph G. Okay. And let E be an edge of a graph G, edge of graph G in vertices U and V. In vertices so, as E be an edge of a graph G and graph G has n disconnected, graph G has n connected components, then an edge E belongs to one of the component of a graph G. As E is in G in graph G, then E must be in one of the connected component of a graph G. G. Okay, now let us suppose that let E belonging to component G1 and G1 be a connected component. Here G1 is a connected component. As G1 is a connected component, then G1 itself is a connected graph, which implies G1 is a connected graph. G1 is a connected graph and edge E belonging to G1 whose end vertices are U and V. In case 1, we have already proved that if G be a connected graph with an edge E whose end vertices are U and V, then the result holds. As G1 is a connected graph with the edge E and whose end vertices are U and V, then the result holds for particular connected component G1, which implies from case 1, result is true for since G1 is a connected component, that is G1 itself is a connected graph, and we have already proved that the result holds for connected graph. Similarly, we can prove that the result holds for the result holds for all the connected components. Connected components components G2, G3, and so on. As result holds for all the connected components of a graph G, then result must be true for a graph G, which implies it is also true for G. That is, if G is a disconnected graph, then components of G is less equal by component of G minus C, which is less equal by component of G plus 1. Thus, the result also holds for a disconnected graph. Hence, from case 1 and 2, case 1 and case 2, result holds for all the graph. Holds for any graph G. Whether it is a connected graph or it is not a connected graph, but the result holds in both the cases, and hence the okay. Next theorem. An edge E of a graph G is breached if that only is not a part of any cycle in G. Here we have to prove that an edge E of a graph G is breached if and only if E is not a part of any cycle in G. First prove that only part. Let E be an bridge of graph G. Bridge of graph. Prove that E is not a part of any cycle in G. Part of if possible, assume that E is part of some cycle in G. If possible, first let us take let U and V end vertices of an A. Now, first, if possible, suppose that E is part of some cycle in G. Graph G. As E is a part of some cycle in G, then there are two paths from vertex U to V. One is the single edge E and another is the path P, which does not contain an edge E. As E is a part of some cycle in G, then there are two paths from there are two paths from U to V. One is single edge E, one is single edge E, and the other is path P, which does not involve edge E. As there are two paths from vertex U to vertex V, then when we remove an edge E from a graph G, then graph G minus E is still a connected graph. When we remove edge from graph G, then G minus E is still a connected graph. Okay. Since each vertex of a graph G is connected by a path P in G minus E. As G minus E is a connected graph, the number of components in G remains same as the number of components in G minus E. That is, number of components in G minus E remains same as the number of components in G, which implies G minus E has same number of connected components as G has. As number of components in G and G minus E are same, then which is contradiction to our definition of bridge. Since we have assumed that E is a bridge, as E is a bridge, then the subgraph G minus E has a more connected component than the graph G has. But here the number of components in G and G minus E are same, so we get a contradiction to our assumption that edge E is a bridge. This is due to our wrong assumption that there is some cycle in a graph G, which implies there is no cycle in a graph G. No cycle in graph G. So if E is a bridge, then E is not a part of any cycle in G. Okay? So we have proved that E is not a part of any cycle in G. So now we have to prove the if part. Let us assume that, let us suppose E is not a part of any cycle in as E is not, we have to assume that E is not a part of any cycle in G, and we have to prove that E is a bridge. Okay. Now, according to our supposition, E is not a part of any cycle in G. Let U and V be the end vertices of edge E. Not a part of any cycle in G. There is only one path from vertex U to V, which implies there is only one path from are from E, single edge E. Since E is not a part of any cycle in G, then now after deletion of edge E from a graph G, E from G, we get G minus E as a G minus E as a disconnected subgraph. Disconnected subgraph. G minus E is a disconnected subgraph since there is only one edge, only one path from vertex U to V. When we remove an edge from a graph G, then vertices U and V are belonging to two different connected components of a graph G minus E, so that the graph G minus E is a disconnected graph. As graph G minus E is a disconnected graph, then the graph G minus E has a more connected component than the graph G, which implies G minus E has more connected component than G. As the number of components in G minus C are greater than the number of components in G, then by the definition of bridge is a bridge. Since and any edge E is said to be a bridge if the subgraph G minus E of a graph G has more connected component than the graph G has, and here it holds, so edge E is a bridge. So hence the loop. Okay. Thank you for watching the lecture.